everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Leslie with Black Dog Vintage, and I am super happy to be bringing you this video today. Today I'm bringing you a video all on Miriam Haskell, and these are all pieces from my consignors collection. And I wanted to share them with you because she has a very beautiful collection of Miriam Haskell pieces, and I thought that maybe you might enjoy them. And these are just absolutely incredible pieces. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. That way, anytime I release a new video, you'll be notified. Anytime I go live, I do live sales twice a week, all vintage jewelry. And anytime I go live, you'll be notified of my live sales. They are absolutely so much fun, and I hope you'll join us for one of those soon. But please take a moment, subscribe to my channel. I do notice that less than half of my viewers who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you can, please take a moment and go ahead and do that now. And also hit that thumbs up. Anytime I get a thumbs up on a video or a comment, it really does help me in that algorithm, and it really gets more people, my video in front of more people to watch it. So I would really appreciate all of that. Okay, so now, and also all of these pieces are still for sale. So if you like any of these pieces, please go ahead and let me know, and I can go ahead and discuss the prices with you. So just shoot me an email or a text message. Okay, so Miriam Haskell pieces are absolutely gorgeous. Let's get a little more clarity here. They are usually very easy to recognize if you've been around vintage jewelry, but her story is very interesting. She's been around for a long time. Her pieces have been around for a long time. She actually started way back in the early 1920s. She actually started by opening up actually a little gift store in a hotel. And she wanted to sell some handmade jewelry. The story is that she actually started making the jewelry herself. But shortly after she opened up the store, a gentleman named Frank Hess came along. He used to be a window designer from Macy's, I believe. And he really wanted to come in, help her with the designing of the jewelry, and they made a great team. Miriam Haskell was actually much more of the businesswoman behind the company, and Frank Hess was actually more of the designer, and he actually was the one who created the jewelry designs. Everybody thinks that she was, but actually it was more him. And he was the most prolific designer. He was actually with the company from 1926 until 1960. So he was around for a majority of the period of time. So most of the pieces that you'll see are actually Frank's designs. So pieces like this, now this is a very iconic Miriam Haskell type of design. This is the pearls with the Russian gold. This has the Miriam Haskell cartouche on the back. Whenever you see this cartouche in the oval, you know that this is done in the 1950s. This cartouche started 1951, 1952. And this is just an absolutely beautiful Russian gold. They call this kind of plating on the filigree Russian gold. And it was actually developed for Miriam Haskell, and it is 24, it's a 24 karat gold plating mixed with other, it's like a secret recipe. That's what I read in my Miriam Haskell book. It's a secret recipe, and that was, the filigree was dipped numerous times to create this beautiful finish. But it is different alloys mixed with a 24 karat gold to get this kind of antiqued gold finish. And they called it Russian gold. And then it's done with these beautiful pearls. And the Miriam Haskell pieces are known to have these seed pearls or different seed beads, or, you know, kind of wired onto their designs. And then this one, of course, is a signed piece. There are a lot of Miriam Haskell pieces that are out there, especially the early ones, that are unsigned. And they are very, very hard to identify correctly. If you get the Miriam Haskell book, there are a lot of tips and tricks on identifying these pieces. And I definitely recommend the book because it will help you. But please buyer beware on getting any of these pieces, because it's very easy to say that it's a Miriam Haskell piece and it's really not. This is another excellent, beautiful piece, also with that big pearl in the center, and then it does have these pearls all around. Beautiful Russian gold piece, also signed with that Miriam Haskell cartouche in the back. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. All of my consignors, all of her Miriam Haskell pieces are just in incredible, incredible condition. The one thing that I have noticed now, not in my consignors collection, but in other Miriam Haskell pieces that I have gotten over the years that I've been doing the Russian gold and all of these little layers and the filigree, and because it's so kind of layered and everything, it can verdigris very easily. And I do warn everybody when they are out there buying, if you're a new collector, please be careful of the verdigris that can happen on Miriam Haskell. It is very easy to happen. Verdigris can happen in any type of damp conditions, even humidity. So if you are a collector, please make sure that you are keeping your pieces, like this one even has just a tiny little bit of verdigris. Please keep your collections in a very temperature controlled case, or away from any type of humidity or moisture or anything, because the verdigris can happen very easily because of all these little layers. And it's very hard to get verdigris off of these little spokes, and you know, you have to be careful of the pearls and all of that. I have been able to successfully do it, but whatever you do, people say, you know, they'll use ketchup to remove verdigris, and I do not recommend that. I will highly dilute vinegar and just go in there a numerous amount of times, however long it takes, with a tiny little Q-tip, and just try to remove it ever so slowly to try not to damage any of the pearls or anything like that. So please be careful with these pieces because they can develop verdigris very easily. Here's another beautiful piece that is also that Russian gold with the pearls. It is absolutely just a gorgeous piece. And that is also right there. And this one is completely perfect. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that Russian gold is just beautiful. Also signed. Now here is another beautiful specimen. Look at that with those topaz and the leaves. Kind of looks like grape leaves. And it's a little wreath. And then it's got the cartouche on the back. So it actually would be kind of like this. And these actually remind me of like little grapes. Not just absolutely stunning. And this has little earrings that go with it, and they're almost like I don't know, they're just kind of fun. The earrings actually would go like this, and it kind of reminds me of like little planters or something. I don't know why my phone just wants to get brighter and brighter than I'm filming on, but this is just so lovely. I love the topaz or root beer almost bead, and then the little prong set stones. So that is beautiful. Also, it says Miriam Haskell on the earring. That is one way to date it. I believe this is 19, well, it has the cartouche, so it would have to be 1950s on this. So That is just a beautiful, beautiful set right there too. Now, let's see. Let's try to do some of the earlier ones as well. This is a beautiful necklace. I believe this would also be considered 1950s, although I could be wrong. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm just going by what I have read in my book. But look at this beautiful stones. Now, the stones, they use glass beads from Austria, Italy, Czechoslovakia, you name it. They would have sourced their beads anywhere they would have thought they were getting the most beautiful beads from. So many of the designers, the American jewelry designers, would have done the same thing. I've seen Alice Cavanagh's pieces have absolutely gorgeous beads from Italy. If you've seen, I had a beautiful Alice Cavanagh's piece that was just luscious with Italian lampwork beads. This is about a 20-inch necklace, and the beads on this is just absolutely stunning. Let's see here. There we go. Now this cartouche, that Miriam Haskell cartouche, was used for a long time, so you know, I'm not really sure how old this could be. It does look a little bit more on the newer side. So, you know, a few other designers did work with Miriam Haskell. So this could have been a later design, maybe into the 1960s. That color combination does reflect like maybe something newer. But look at those beads. Look at how they're just kind of all very free-form almost. It's a very beautiful piece, and then it's a cool little clasp. This is an earlier piece, and this has the Miriam Haskell hang tag cartouche, and then it also says Miriam Haskell on the clip. This is, and then also right there. So I did research on this piece. And I found a similar one in the book, and it did date it it is early 1950s or, you know, mid 1950s. And this is an earlier design, and this is called like bottle green, I believe. It has that Russian gold, and these are Swarovski crystals. This is just absolutely stunning. It's got the filigree bead caps. This is a highly desirable piece. A similar one is in the book, not this exact one, but a similar style is in the book. And one thing that I learned too is that Haskell would take a design and create 3 different lengths, a choker, and then like a longer length, you know, probably like a mid-length, and then I believe I forgot what they called the longest length, but it would be like a 15-inch and probably an 18-inch, and then probably like a 22-inch maybe. And they'd create 3 different lengths of a similar design. This would probably be that mid-length. It's about 17 inches. This is gorgeous. I actually found this exact necklace that had sold about a year ago for about $650, and this is a stunning piece. The centerpiece on here is just gorgeous. Is that not just a beautiful, beautiful green? I love this. I love this so much. This kind of, and it kind of reminds me of beach glass. So kind of a beautiful piece right there. Let me see. Find something I had that had, I don't think this one had earrings, but look at this one. This is definitely a choker, very short, but look at the centerpiece on this. Very interesting little centerpiece, and beautiful amber glass. Look at the drop on that. Let me see if I can put this on a neck that is going to be a good length. Yeah, let's do it on this one. Grab it from behind me here. All right. And you can see what it looks like on. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? And that, look at the baguettes in that amber colored glass. It is just a beautiful piece. Just gorgeous. I like this one a lot. And those yellow beads, amber glass beads, are just beautiful. And then we've got kind of a twisted lampwork bead here. And then we've got some cotton on there stuck to it. Everything was stored in like a box on cotton to absorb any moisture. And then there is that, those ends. And then this is definitely an older piece. We do have the Miriam Haskell on the back like that, but you can see the bead, how the beads are actually sewn on right here too. So gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Here is another beautiful multi-strand Haskell piece. And let's go back into, there we go. All right, look at this. Another beautiful amber glass. But look at these interesting beads right here. Look at that. Isn't that just a really cool shape of the crystal? I just like this. This is so cool. And then we have some pressed check glass leaves here. And then we have some of the leaves in the Russian gold, and then some beautiful little prong set rhinestones. And these are all on the Russian gold. So absolutely stunning. Now this is one that you would, you know, hook in the back. And it's just a shame that all that beautiful work would be in the back. There's really not a way to offset this. You know what I mean? There's not a way to offset this. So I find it a shame that you would hide this. Although if you had your hair swooped up or something like, you know, so many people did back in that day, it would be, you know, I guess you would see the back. But, you know, if we put this on a neck, let's see, let's get this up on a neck. You would have this just, oh, wow. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, look at that. Just very beautiful. And then the back would be, you know, done up like that, and it would be so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just a beautiful choker. And let's take a look and see what the size could be. I can unhook it without doing anything to it. At minimum, we're looking at a 15-inch length, but it could go to 16. About 16 and a half. So not a terrible length, you know, it is still very wearable to this day. So very nice, beautiful amber color with that one. Okay, I have some gorgeous, just plain old amazing earrings. I don't have a like necklace or anything for these, but they are written Miriam Haskell right here on the inside of the earring. And just look at that gorgeous, let's see if I can get it to, there we go. Come on, there we go. Look at that beautiful bead. That is gorgeous. Does this glow? No, does not. It is just a gorgeous earring. I just love the green. It's just a beautiful piece. So those are some gorgeous Miriam Haskell earrings. And those are not Russian gold. So these are, I would guess these are probably 1940s. Could be even 1930s on these. I would have to look at my book and date when they put Miriam Haskell around this area of the clip, you know, on the inside, because that is part of the dating. These earrings here being screwbacks, and it says Haskell. So these actually would date, sorry, these would actually date into the 1970s. So in the 1970s, it was a different designer. And the designer in the 1970s was actually a favorite of mine, and that was Larry Verba. And Larry Verba, he was really a cool designer. He did some fantastic pieces for Castle Cliff. Castle Cliff is somebody that I always say, don't snooze on Castle Cliff jewelry. Castle Cliff jewelry is super cool. But he used a lot of really cool colors and bold colors and cool looks and stuff like that. But Larry Verba did great belts too. But this, I would say, is probably, could be Larry Verba era. It could also be Robert Clark era. Robert Clark was with Miriam Haskell. He overlapped just a couple years with Frank Hess, and then was there until I think maybe 1968, I believe. And so that could be the Robert Clark era. It could be going into Larry Verba, but they put Haskell on the clips like this in probably the 1960s, where it was just the last name. So anyway, I kind of went on about that. This necklace here is probably one of my favorites. It says Miriam Haskell there. This is very short, but it is one of my favorite necklaces. It's black and clear. God, this is gorgeous. This is another one that I would say is probably another one of the more highly desirables. Look at that pendant on it. And what's cool about this is that it clips in the front. And it goes right there. There's the clip. Comes out right there. There's a Miriam Haskell right there. And it is a very cool, you know, multi-strand, double strand. And then it just clips right there. And there it is. So let me see if I can put it on here. It's got these really cool beads around these amazing lampwork pieces. And then it's got these cool like little cone design beads. Look at that. Look at how cool that is on. I just love it. I think it's just stunning. You do need a smaller neck. It's about 15 inches. It is just gorgeous. Can imagine that with a little black dress. Look how beautiful those crystals are. They really catch the light. Just gorgeous. There's a lot of refraction in these crystals here. Let me see if I can get it to really catch that light. It's just a stunning, stunning piece. And, but yeah, it is a short one. It's, yeah, it's about 15 inches, and it's like a short 15 inches, could even be considered 14 because you got some chunky beads there. So yeah, whoop, see my whole desk. And then I've got two pieces that I can guarantee you they are Larry Verba pieces. And of course, I just said Larry Verba is my favorite. This is an acrylic. These are acrylic crystals. So these are not glass. They're acrylic or lucite or however you want to, whatever you want to say they are. Very big back in that day. A standard, very beautiful, ornate filigree, you know, Miriam Haskell clasp to it. This type of cut, you know, how it was put onto the clasp. That's actually was really big when they did them in the 70s. Larry Verba was there, boy, he was there until, he was just there for 10 years, like 1970 to 1980 maybe. And then he went over to Castle Cliff. But he did some really cool things. But this is beautiful, beautiful, lightweight crystals right here. A little bit of AB coating on those inner ones. And then look at, these are glass, these fruit. So we've got, I would say, what is that? Like a plum, maybe, an apple, and then a bunch of grapes. And this is just such a cool piece. So it's got to be lighter to be able to deal with these beautiful handmade, hand-blown pieces of fruit on the bottom. And this is just so unique. Now, I have seen this particular necklace without the fruit several times, but never with the fruit. This is the only time I've ever seen it with the fruit. This is amazing. And this kind of artistry is so Larry Verba. He is like, oh my God, oh, you guys, I can't even tell you how cool his stuff is. So this is just amazing. Beautiful Larry Verba piece. I would say Larry Verba. This as well. This is beautiful Miriam Haskell. This is, you know, I can't say for sure. This is, it's on the Russian gold, but this design to me is later. This design is very 1970s. And this also, this glass work, these colors and everything, to me also speaks Larry Verba. So I think this is a Larry Verba piece. And it does have the Miriam Haskell cartouche, which was used back into the 70s as well. And that's a gorgeous piece. So all of these pieces are available. If you are interested in any of these pieces, they are available. And I have them. Please contact me if you are interested. I am going to be putting these up on my website, probably also cross-listing them on eBay at some point. But please let me know if you are interested in any of these. My website is linked in my channel description, and but you can reach me via email, via text message. All of my information is below in the description as well, if you're interested in any of these pieces. But I would love to talk to you more about Miriam Haskell, and if you you know, or any other vintage jewelry, since I'm a vintage jewelry nut. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you liked any of this content or any of the vintage jewelry content that I bring to you. And don't forget, my live sales are on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern and on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun, and I don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well and share this with your friends. Thank you guys. Love you all. Stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye.